Hey guys, what's going on? Tom here from GummybearGames, back with another statue tutorial. Today we are doing Stuhlinger from the Black Ops 2 series. So this is the fourth and final original character from Black Ops 2. We've done Misty, Rossman and Martin being the previous tutorial. So if you haven't already checked them out, then definitely do so you can build the whole collection. Or you could alternatively go into my COD statues playlist, which I've got, which has got all the characters in, ranging from Dempsey, Takeo, Nikolai, Richtofen, to the Mob of the Dead people, to in the future the Call of the Dead people, the Origins people, etc. So yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time on screen right now. You should be seeing screenshots in the different texture packs. Also, if you could and haven't already, could you please drop me a follow on Twitter at GummybearGames? I'd much appreciate it. So I tweet out my ideas and suggestions, and you guys can give me feedback before I make the videos, which kind of helps, gives me a better idea of what you guys want. So yeah, that's about it. I will see you in the tutorial. Okay guys, so let's get straight on into the tutorial without wasting any more time. So the materials you'll need to build this statue are the following. You'll need spruce wood planks, brown wool, mushroom block, green wool, oak wood planks, black wool, white wool, jungle wood planks and oak log. I also suggest having a map because it means that you don't have to count. If you're on PC super flat, your Y should be 4, on PS3 and Xbox it is 5. So that means the top of the leg should be 17, top of the statue itself should be 29, and then the top of the head should be 37. But you'll see that come into play later on into the tutorial, so there's no need to worry about that for now. Okay, so we're going to start off by building the bottom, or should I say the first layer of the legs. So we're going to start off by placing 1 brown, 6 spruce wood planks, and then 1 brown. So it should be 8 wide and, well, I guess 1 thick. It's only 1 row of blocks. Now on top of that, we're going to place 1 spruce, 1 brown, 4 spruce, 1 brown, 1 spruce, and now it should be 2 high, 8 wide. The next 3 rows are 8 black, solid 8 black, so it should be 5 high right now, 5 by 8 square. On top of that, we do 2 rows of mushroom, and then on top of that, to finish up the legs, we do 5 rows of oak wood planks. And that is the legs complete. Once we've finished doing this, again, the Y should be 17, and I'll show you on screen that it is. There you go, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe, yep, 5. And again, the Y should be 17. There we go, perfect. Okay, so that is the legs complete. If you need to, pause here. So what it should look like, it should be 12 by 8 square. Now what we're going to do is move on to the body and the arms. So what we're going to do now is, starting from the left to the right, we're going to place 4 green, leave a space, and then place 3 green. We're then going to build 5 up in this middle bit using black wool and to the left one, but we're going to continue with that afterwards, not need to worry about it for now. Okay, so what we're going to do from this green is we're going to go to the left 4 using mushroom blocks, and to the right 4 as well on each side, and the arms are in fact identical, so what I do on one side is the exact same for the other side. So we're going to add 4 more layers onto this, so it should be 5 high, like so as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on top of that we're going to add 7 layers of brown. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this should be Y29. There you go, Y29. Now that is the top of the shoulders, or the top of the body, so that is the I guess marker that you can place for what everything else should come in line with. But again, as I mentioned earlier, the other arm is the exact same, so we can just replicate what we did. So we got a 5 by 4 area of mushroom block. Also a good way to know, it should come in line with this black. And then 7 up using brown wool. Just double check what that is. 1 short. And so that's a good thing about using a map, is you can use it to work out how much more you've got to build up rather than actually counting, which makes life a bit easier. Okay, so it should look like this. Now what we're going to do is fill this gap in the middle, because it's quite obvious, I guess, that there's a big gap here. So let's work on that. So on the left side next to this brown, we're going to place 2 green, like so. Same for the right side, coming towards the middle. And then in between that gap, we're going to place 4 mushroom. Down below it, we're going to place 2 mushroom like so. And that is all the mushroom we're going to need for the front of the statue, but we will need it later. Let me get my words out properly. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to build 2 down from this mushroom either side, like so. And then we're going to link it by building a third row. Sorry, I can't get my words out today. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening, but my words are stumbling a bit. I'm lisping a bit. But yeah, it should look like this. It should create a U shape. I guess you could build down 3 and then link it like so. But it should look like this. Above that, we're going to fill it in with brown wool. And then below it, we're going to bring it down in the center 2 blocks until it meets that black line like so. So you should have a shape like this. And now all we need to do is outline it and finish it up, and then we can fill in the rest of the area. Okay, so below this brown block each side, we're going to place 1 green, like so. And below that, we're going to place 2 black on either side. Next to that top black here, we're going to go to the left 2 using white, and also to the right 2 using white, like so. And then the final step before we fill the rest in with solid green is build 2 up of black over that first white wall like so, either side, and that is all you need to do. Now the rest is of course solid green, so we can get to filling that in, and whilst I fill it in, I'm going to quickly explain why the recent inactivity and also the inactivity that will be coming over my channel in the period of the 23rd, I believe it is, 23rd of August to the 31st or the 1st of September. So basically I'm going on holiday and school starts, and it means that my videos will be kind of inactive. But yeah, if you're watching this after that time period, then ignore it. It's only referencing to people who are watching it within the first few days of me uploading. Okay, so not to waste any more time, should I say, this is what it should look like. It should be 24 blocks tall, 16 wide, 8 wide excluding the arms, and if you need to, consider pausing here to catch up if it doesn't look like this. Now I'm going to move on to the sides because I don't want to spend any more time than I need to. So we're going to extend it backwards 2 using spruce wood planks, and then build a 2 high brown at the end like so. Then what we're going to do on the second row is place 2 spruce wood like that, 3 layers of black, and this is much like the front, in fact it's identical to the front, so 3 layers of black, 2 layers of mushroom, and then 5 layers of oak wood planks. And the other side is of course the exact same, except from mirrored, so you can pause here if you need to. We're going to quickly do the other side and we'll sleep because we did start this tutorial kind of late into the day, which meant that it's got nighttime, or night's fallen upon us dramatically quickly, which means we have to speed it up a bit, otherwise we're going to be building in the dark, and that kind of sucks for tutorials because it makes it less visible, and visibility is always good. Okay, so not to ramble anymore, that's what the left side should look like. As you can tell, it is just the right side mirrored. But again, if you want to, feel free to pause. I'm not putting any pressure on you to pause, just I'm saying if you want to. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come around the back, and the bottom row of this mushroom here, we're going to extend it backwards 3 all the way across on both hands, and that is a base plate for the side of the arms, I guess, and the bottom of the hands. So after you've done that, we're going to sleep quickly, take a nice nap, make it bright again, and once we've woken up, I guess, once we've arisen, or arose, should I say? Yeah, arose. I don't think arisen's a word. We're going to build up, let's go to the right arm. We're going to build up 4 all across using mushroom blocks, so it should be 5 in total, much like the front, in fact identical to the front, and then 7 rows of brown wool, like so. And the other arm is the exact same, so we build it up 4 using mushroom, and then 7 using brown. And once you've done that, you've completed the sides of the legs and arms, and we can move on to the back. But without fail, I will give you guys an opportunity to pause. This is the left side. Again, the arm should be 12 by 4, the legs should be 12 by 4, and the right side 12 by 4, 12 by 4. Okay, so if you haven't already paused and need to, then go ahead. But I'm going to move on to the back now, which is nice and simple to do. So that is great, and that is jolly, and let's get on with it. Okay, so for the bottom 2 rows here, we're going to build up vertical first. So we do 2 spruce wood, 2 brown. We do a 2 by 2 of spruce, 2 brown, and then 2 spruce, like this. The next 3 rows are of course black wool. The next 2 rows after that are of course mushroom, and then the next 5 rows are of course oak wood planks, sticking to the general theme of the front and the sides, what is the general theme because it's the exact same. But again, it's nice and simple to do, and you should have produced a 12 by 8 square that should look like this. Okay, so now for the arms, we're going to do the exact same as the front and sides. Build it up 4 using mushroom, and then up 7 using brown. And the reason why I'm doing the arms first is because even though it's simple, it's more difficult than the back. So if that's a little disclaimer that the back's nice and easy, then let it be one. Okay, so once you've done that, we can of course move on to the back, but we will do the shoulders quickly first, because why not? So this area here is what I deem the shoulders. We just fill it in with brown wool. I'm going to do it all the way across. This part I'm filling in here you don't actually have to do, but I like doing it. I don't know why. It doesn't make much of a difference, but it doesn't waste much time anyways. So yeah, as you can see, the shoulders are brown, and for this back part here we literally just produce a 12x8 of green wool. So the back is solid green wool, which gives us a second that we can just fill it in and not have to worry about any detail. And once we've done that, we have of course finished the body, and we can move on to the head. And hopefully this tutorial is going at a nice pace. Let me just double check quickly. We are almost 10 minutes in. Okay, that's not too bad. So I want to try and keep all my tutorials as short as possible, because I don't like wasting your guys' time for something that doesn't really need to be done. Like, I could sit here rambling for half an hour. I ramble as a lot as it is, but I could ramble more, trust me, and the tutorial will be unnecessarily long. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and pace it and keep it nice and short. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is quickly get rid of my hand. Whoops, I want that block. Give it, there you go. And show you one last time what it should look like. So this is the front, the right side, the back, and the left side. Okay, so let me get my hand back quickly, and this means that we can now move on to the head, which is again not too difficult once you've done the front. Okay, so what we're going to do on the left side, we're going to count 5 to the right. So on the 5th block, I normally say 4 to the right and then place on the 5th block, but I'm just going to say 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it should be that green block. Same for the other side, so we count to the left from the right. We then bring it forwards 2 using mushroom blocks, and bridge it together using mushroom as well. Just for reference, these blocks should be 6 blocks apart here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as you can see. There you go. Okay, now what we're going to do is extend it backwards 2, coming off the back like so, using mushroom, and then extend it 3 more using brown wool, and then bridge that using brown wool. So it should overhang the front 2 and overhang the back 2. The overhang at the front should be out of mushroom, the overhang at the back should be out of brown wool. It should form an 8x8 square like so, and that is the base plate of the head. Okay, so let's move on to the face. So we come back round to the front, which is this side, and what we're going to do on the first layer, we're going to count 3 in, and on the 4th and 5th block we're going to punch it out and exchange it for some of the jungle wood. Then next row we place 2 mushroom, 4 brown, and then 2 mushroom. Next row we place 1 mushroom, 2 black, 2 mushroom, 2 black, 1 mushroom. Next row is 1 black, 1 white, 1 oak log upright, not sideways like that, upright, because it has a different texture. 2 black, another oak wood upright, 1 white, 1 black. Then the next row we do 1 mushroom, 2 black, 2 mushroom, 2 black, 1 mushroom. Now for this next row is kind of a bit of a pattern. So we got 1 mushroom, 1 brown, mushroom, brown, mushroom, brown, and then 2 mushroom just to screw up the pattern a bit. And then the next 2 rows is just 8 brown for his hair, which is nice and simple, and should leave us with an 8x8 square that should look like this. Now that is the face complete. This means we can now move on to the sides. If you need to, pause here and catch up, but otherwise I'm going to move on to the right side now. Okay, so what we're going to do, we should have this 4 long area of mushroom blocks here. We're going to double that up to add another row. Then we're going to add another row, but this one's only 3 wide rather than 4 wide. And then on top of that, we're going to extend the black line out by 2, so it's 3 in total. So it should go 5, 5, 4, 3, like so. And then the rest is just brown wool. So easy way to know what to fill in if you're not up to date with it. Should be an 8x8 square, so you can just fill it in, but you should generally fill it in with this radius. So just for references, you can extend this back 7 and this one up 6, and that will produce the 8x8 square. But alternatively, you don't really need to do that. You can just figure it out. It should be 8 wide, 8 tall, and just fill the rest of the gap in with brown wool like I'm doing right now. Okay, so after you've done filling that in, you can go to the left side, which is of course the exact same. So you can pause here and replicate it, or I will go over it anyways. So again, we come to where this 4 mushroom is, add another layer, add 3 blocks, 2 black, and then the rest is brown, of course. And once we filled this in, that is it. That is any, attention you need to pay, because the rest is just solid brown wool. I mean, still watch the video, of course, because that's why you're here, I guess. But that's the only detail that you've got to do. So for now, you come around the back and just fill it in with solid brown wool. That's the back of the head. And then, of course, the top is as well solid brown wool, which is nice and simple and a nice way to end off the tutorial. So yeah, that's the back. Again, an 8x8 square of brown. And then for the top, another 8x8 square of brown. So once you've done that and filled it in, you'll have a Stuhlinger statue, hopefully, if you followed all the steps correctly. If not, don't fear, rewind a bit, see where you've gone wrong, and try and adjust from there. But anyways, I'm going to get rid of my hand and all the items quickly. Let's do that. Let's get rid of my hand, and I'll give you one last spin around of it whilst I'm doing my little outro, I guess. So anyway, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like, or even maybe a favourite or a share. If you haven't already, subscribe and join the pack, and stick around for more of the tutorials. Again, if you haven't checked out the other zombie characters that I've done, then definitely do that. I've got a playlist on my channel called Cod Skin Statues, I believe it's called, which has all the zombie characters that I've done to date, including the original 4, Dempsey, Takio, Nikolai and Richtofen, as well as the starting of the Mob of the Dead people and the rest of the Transit gang. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Stick around for another video, and until then, I've been Tom, and goodbye.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart.